Hey, this is Dino, and I want to go over a couple of concepts in Apigee X, the organization and the environment. These are critical fundamental concepts, and I just want to kind of talk through some of these. First, let's talk about the Google Cloud kind of project hierarchy. There's also a thing, an entity called an organization in Google Cloud. That normally corresponds to the company name or DNS name of the company. So Google Cloud had this concept of organization, and that's part of any customer's Google Cloud adoption. If you were going to have a SAML partnership, to allow sign-in for administrators or operators, or developers, somebody that's going to fiddle around with BigQuery provisioning or create VMs or other things in the cloud, or Apigee things, the SAML partnership would be organized at that, or set at that organization level. Now within that, there are these things called folders, and inside there projects, and inside projects resources. Think of folders like a file system. You can set in Google Cloud permissions, access, policies on different folders, and they're inherited. The project is the fundamental unit within Google Cloud that allows you to kind of provision resources, like any sort of resource, a virtual machine, a pub sub topic, a storage bucket, a cloud run instance service or job, all sorts of things like that. Included with that, Apigee environments are provisioned at the project level. Those are resources within the project. So we call this thing an Apigee organization, and that's kind of an overloaded term. It's not the same as a Google Cloud organization, but an Apigee organization, if you have one, will map one-to-one with a project in Google Cloud. So an organization is an administrative container for all the artifacts and entities, products, proxies, packages, apps, developers, and other things. Typically maps to an SDLC lifecycle stage. An environment is a runtime execution context for API proxies. So you can provision your APIs in Apigee to run in a dev environment, a QA environment, things like that in non-prod, and maybe a prod environment in production. And that will that environment composes a runtime that may be spread across multiple different regions. And then an environment group is just a logical grouping of environments, and it'll share a common DNS name and inbound TLS configuration. So let's look briefly at the regions for Google Cloud. There are 42 worldwide. So you can choose where you want to provision your Apigee in any of these environments, one or more of these environments. Typically, bigger customers will choose to deploy Apigee in multiple regions, and they might segregate their prod and their non-prod. So in non-prod, you might have dev, QA, and perf, and you may have more stages. So those are all going to be non-prod, and you can choose, well, I want my dev and QA to just be in one region. I don't really need high availability for that. My perf tests, I want that to be, multiple regions. That's an easy thing to do. And then in prod, typically, customers want to deploy that across multiple regions, because you get higher availability. Get a 4 nines SLA if your environment is in multiple regions. The key factor or key thing that you should be aware of is each Apigee environment scales out independently. So it really maps to a set of resources in the cloud. It's really a Kubernetes replica set. You don't see that, but that's how it's implemented. Load fluctuation causes these things to scale. So maybe in dev and QA, you're not really running a lot of load through there, so they're not going to scale up. But if you run a perf test, that'll scale up during the performance test. Or in prod, that'll always have more replicas, more pods, in order to accommodate, let's say, a high throughput. If you have 400 or 500 transactions per second, it may scale out to accommodate. And load is the composition of many factors like volume, concurrency, latency, payload size, complexity, and so on. Apigee X is just going to be, it's going to adapt to whatever load you have. Those events where it scales out are fully managed. It's not a chargeable event. You won't even know, probably, or care that there is a scaling event happening in your Apigee runtime. It's just not something you need to concern yourself with. The unit of entitlement in Apigee is traffic, is API calls. So millions or billions of these things. It doesn't really matter if it fluctuates, if the traffic fluctuates. So while they scale independently, you may have a situation where you have potentially noisy neighbors. One example of that would be a case where you have some of your APIs stream very large payloads, and those can cause greater memory consumption, and may cause latency in neighboring load. So let's say you have large payloads, a set of requests that bear large payloads that are being handled by a single environment. While those large payloads may incur higher latency, you may also see higher latency due to just to resource contention in API calls that have smaller payloads or are normally quicker. So one thing that you can do is segregate those workloads across multiple different environments, if you wish, sort of up to you. And that would create two different environments, which will scale independently, which would allow you to kind of segregate things and maybe isolate those noisy neighbor effects. Despite your potential use of multiple environments to handle workloads, let's say in production, you can still map those multiple environments via the environment group concept to a single DNS name with common TLS configuration on ingress and so on. So the fact that you have multiple different environments supporting your production workloads will not impact the view that a developer or partner sees on how your APIs get exposed. So I would say best practices: use the organization artifact to segregate production from non-production work. You may have more than just two organizations or projects. That's fine. No problem with that. And then within an organization, use environments to manage multiple SDLC stages and also to segregate noisy neighbors, large payload, high latency calls in one prod environment, smaller payloads, lower latency calls in another. That's a reasonable thing to do if you wish. Okay, so that's all I had today. I hope this helps explain Apigee organizations and environments. As always, let me know if you've got questions.